Welcome back to a very special episode of Unstabled. It's our 70th episode, and pretty much the entire AFC South crew is in this B&B for the final boss who's behind the scenes. You can't see him, but it's his bachelor party.
So
Big producer.
There he is. With me, as always, is Justin over at Kingmaker Sports. How's it going, man?
Oh, dude. I'm pretty excited. I'm getting to meet everybody for the first time. So you and I met for the first time last year when the Colts came to Texas, to Houston to play the Texans, which was really cool. And we wanted to get some content then, but the whole situation was kind of crazy, so it didn't work out. But now we're here. Today we've got Andrew from Titans Table for Two, who was also part of the Curtis Podcast Network. I know a lot of you watch his stuff, and he's over there with his brother Christian. So if you watched that preview show, you saw I was over there. Jeff had some things to do, so he wasn't able to join. But that was pretty fun. So, Andrew, thank you for having me on that.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
And thank you for joining us. Sure. I know you're kind of forced because we're all in the same household this week.
Yeah, man, this is really cool. Shout out to Curtis for getting married and we're able to do all this.
Yeah,
it's been really cool.
Shout out to his missus.
And we've talked so much. It's like we already knew each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like kind of like meeting up with friends. That didn't feel like
it was weird.
Like it didn't feel like, hey, nice to meet you, because we've all chatted off camera a bunch too. So it was really cool, and I appreciate you coming on, and I'm happy to be here
for sure. And I know we're doing this AFC South show. Like the entire crew that we've got here in Duval is all going to be on it. So make sure you look out for that later. Duval with a little Minecraft face going. But no, we are all going to the game tomorrow, so that's going to be a blast. It's my first time in Jacksonville, so it's a good time so far.
We road tripped out here.
Oh yeah, it was like 15-hour drive.
It was fun though, man.
It was a good drive.
We encountered some crazy drivers.
I was one of them.
I was one of them. I didn't bring my like racing helmet with me, but no, we made it. Yeah. It was fun, man. We did a really good time. So if you ever go on a road trip, definitely take a friend with you, because it makes the road trip so much easier.
I mean, if you go with your wife, it's just going to be like her sleeping. Then it's just it takes turn the music down, so I can't even listen to what I want.
Hey, I give y'all props. Y'all had the longest drive, and y'all were the first ones here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I left my place at like 2:30 in the morning.
So shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Me and old Curtis figured out every single way we could to be later getting here. So
yeah, I thought
y'all went out of your way to get here late as hell.
To be fair, Atlanta slowed us way the fuck down.
The traffic.
Well, instead of leaving at like 9 in the morning, you left at like 2 p.m.
No, it wasn't.
So that's kind of
okay.
10, did you really?
Closer to 10, probably.
We had some setbacks or whatever. But
so I was going to meet him at 8, and then he had to go pick up his brother. So got pushed back to 8:30, and then I needed to get tires on my car. 2 tires.
So you got tires?
2 tires, just 2 used tires.
See, again, us Houston boys. No. And we got another guy behind the scenes. Us Houston boys know we get our car stuff taken care of like a week in advance. I had my tires done, my oil change done. I even changed my wiper blades.
I did.
Yeah, I was ready.
I did my oil change, and then when I was at the oil change, I said, "Hey, your tread's getting low," and I was like, we couldn't make it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Because he told me 8:30. I was planning on being there at 8. He said 8:30, so I wouldn't got too used to. But I got to his house at 8:40, and I had to wait for him and his brother to show up until about 9.
Shame.
Wait, show up to his own house?
Yeah, because I had to go get Cullen from my grandma's flower shop, and then we were already behind schedule because
shout out to Brown's Flowers.
My lady had to take the boys to school.
Florist. I'm sorry, Brown's Florist. Sorry, my bad. Get it right, Brown's Florist. Check them out if you're in Tennessee. Sponsor the show.
We all made it last night, and man, I think some of us were even up to like 2.
Oh yeah, I basically been up for 2 days. I got like maybe 2 hours of sleep, and I was drinking. I was powering through, baby. Great grandpa was powering through.
Yes, man.
Oh yeah, I went to bed first, and I think I went to bed at 1. So we were.
Yeah, you definitely went before me.
Yeah, we're definitely primed for a fun weekend.
You guys got a comment here. It says from Duval's finest, Wiener.
Wiener.
So we're just gonna escalate through the
we're just saying
through the words.
I would never.
I don't know how to grow from that.
I don't know how we're supposed to. So if you're here,
okay, if I said
like,
that,
share, subscribe
out right now.
We definitely need support. We're pushing for 100 subscribers, so make sure you do that.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button,
please. We're trying to get to 100. I don't know. We want to raffle something away when we get to 100. We don't know what just yet, but more to come on it. But make sure you subscribe.
A bouquet from Brown's Florist.
Yeah, there you go.
A raffle for that. That's interesting. But
raffle at 100. You did it at 100 when we hit that on AFC South show.
Yeah, but didn't we give away like tickets?
I thought you did like You gave away a T-shirt.
Did we even get anybody?
We're figuring that out. Me, Jeff, and I are tossing around some ideas. Whether it be a piece of memorabilia or what it may be, but we're still figuring that out. But we're in that hunt for 100. So, like I said, y'all go help us out.
Maybe a custom
also,
jersey.
All the
I like that idea.
all the other networks as well.
Yeah.
So Titans Table for Two, Unstabled, obviously, even Curtis Podcast Network, the official YouTube channel, That Real Texas Team podcast, and I think our Jaguars guys have a show too. So, no. Go check out Third.
It's like Sunshine Barbies or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're called, but the glitter. Oh, the glitter kitty. Sorry, yeah.
We got another
Eric's favorite.
Got another comment.
There's Eric from the Glitter Kitty show.
Got another comment from Colby. It says, "None for me, thanks."
None for me.
He doesn't want any wieners. So.
No wieners. Okay.
All right. Well,
sorry, Eric. Eric's
just going down on the side here.
And he's not okay.
You don't like glitter kitties?
Well, most of us are married in this household, so we're keeping it PG.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Madden.
Sometimes
we're gonna be cooking up some fat steaks we went and got. So we're gonna be eating good. It's just straight up man caving it this weekend.
Oh yeah.
We do have some sausages to throw on the grill though, so just there will be wiener, but in that regard.
Why does it always go to wiener?
So,
but anyway, let's talk about the game. Let's get on track.
How's Colts Titans?
Let's get on that. Colts travel to Tennessee for what I feel. I don't want to get right into score predictions, but I feel it should be pretty one-sided. And I'm trying to be as nice.
Give yourself a chance, man.
Titans by 50. No.
Titans by 50. Was that Blake telling you to say that or what? Colts score 8 points. And I do feel like it'll be pretty one-sided, and we've got all the guys here from the podcast, and it's at no point in the season did I ever think that I would be saying that Daniel Jones is currently like the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't think many people have that on their bingo card, and that's kind of what we're living right now. I don't know how long it's going to keep going for, but I think there's a good chance that it continues for a third week.
This is if you were going to predict another week to continue the trend of the success of the team. Look, I know you're a Titans fan, bro, but as a real Titans fan, at the current state of the team, outside of Cam Ward, because I've given Cam Ward his props. I don't think Cam Ward is the problem. There's a lot of other things that need to be addressed with the team. This really isn't the week against a rolling Colts team right now to say like, oh, we're gonna win this one 100%. Now, is there a chance? Like, there's always a chance. Like,
especially in division games.
Yes.
And that's when you cue up so you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly.
Hey, all right. We just got all
just opened this thing.
All right. Pause. Give us a minute. We'll get some buttons figured out.
We'll get more buttons to push.
You definitely have some players to look out for, though.
Yeah, I obviously Cam's look good. I think he definitely needs to work on a few things too. He had the fumble last week. He's always looking for the play. And you love that about him, but he is missing some throws that he could just take underneath and let the playmakers do a little something. But he hasn't put the ball in harm's way in the air. So it's not like he's throwing interception. He hasn't thrown a pick yet. He's the only number 1 overall pick to not throw an interception in his first 2 games.
Which is awesome. That's what you want from a young guy.
So that's just his mindset is always go for the play. But at some point you got to take a step back and just get it in somebody's hand, let them make somebody miss. And go. But I think if you're a Titans fan, you feel good about the youth on this team. There's just not a lot of depth. But you feel good about Alec Manor. You feel good about Cam.
Had a really good week last week.
Yeah, for sure. You feel good about Tavondre Sweat and Latham and Skoronski. We're moving in the right direction. We're just we're a year away. Maybe a couple more drafts and free agencies. But you feel like you got your guy.
Do you feel like Calvin Ridley or Tony Pollard could be like big trade targets away from you guys to someone else? Like, do you think that's being older? Because as far as running backs go, the running back shelf life is not very long.
No, I'm not sure they would trade Tony just because I think he's on his last year too.
I mean, Tajay coming.
Tajay's so injury prone
because he's marked for return.
Yeah, he'll be back probably week 4. It was just a sprained ankle. I can see Calvin getting traded, especially with the emergence of Alec, who's looked like a stud, and getting Chim out there more on the offense to see what he can do.
Yeah.
I don't think Tony goes anywhere. But
would there be any takers for Calvin
oh,
Ridley right now?
well, all you need is an injury.
I
You
think
know,
I think
would,
somebody would take Calvin Ridley,
Yeah.
but I think the Titans would be stupid to get rid of Calvin Ridley at this point.
right now, no, this would be like a
It-
trade deadline. You've only
Yeah.
won one game kind of thing.
Because what was his contract like? Like how many more years does he
Was
have?
4 years, 96 mil, something like that.
And this is year 2 of that, correct?
Yes.
So-
and I think there's an out after this year too.
Okay, yeah, about to say coming into year 3 or something like that. That's normally when they kind of structure that.
Yeah,
out.
usually, yeah. I think there's an out, and it might still have carry like half his salary in dead money, but it's not.
Which is good because
Yeah.
if you follow any college football or anything like that, there's some really strong wide receiver talents coming out that the Titans are gonna have, and I'm sure you're aware they're gonna have a higher pick in both of those years, most likely. Unless Cam Ward is just phenomenal and
nice.
lights it up and just is insane. But we all know without a good offensive line, it's hard to be successful on offense.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, they're definitely trying to build through the trenches. I feel like how the Colts have done.
Yeah.
Their offensive line's good. Their interior D line, like
Really
the
good.
pass rush, no offense, doesn't scare me at all for y'all's team.
I think it'll
But
pick up.
Okay.
Like I'll agree with that because
I
there
think-
was no pass rush last week.
yeah, no pressures, no
Yeah.
sacks. But I think it's also a combination of playing the Rams and Broncos the first 2 weeks, which are elite pass rushing teams.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
probably like, maybe Cam will have an extra second to throw this week,
Maybe.
And with y'all's D line, the interior of your D line being the strength,
Yeah.
and our guards center triangle being the strength of our O line, especially with Latham out,
Yeah.
you feel strength on strength kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean that's going to open up the
Buckner's going to get his wins, but
Yeah, that's
you're hopefully
yeah.
Skoronski and Zeitler get some of those wins too.
Yeah, that middle on the middle D line, middle offensive line is definitely going to be a
That'll be
trench
a fun
battle.
match.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think it might come down to the edge,
Which y'all,
which we've got some
Well,
pretty good edge.
And
Yeah.
Latu's coming back.
And
Yeah.
Latu, as we didn't take him as a slouch. Like he was a top edge rusher.
Yeah.
And so he's got a lot of potential. I think.
well, that's
if-
what he was off. It was off potential. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean,
He had
and
a
that's,
great
and
year
that's
in
why
college.
they took like Anthony Richardson,
Yeah.
also because
Right.
of potential. But if you never experiment and take that chance, and it's high
Yeah.
high risk, high reward.
Yeah,
kind of
for sure.
situation. I think that could work out.
That was kind of the Jeffrey Simmons thing.
The Colts
Yeah.
should have taken Anthony Richardson in the 4th round.
He wouldn't have been there, but
You don't know that.
I do know that he wouldn't have been there
He could have. He did.
Who else in that year would have drafted?
in the first
That-
3 rounds. He
But
would
we
have
have to remember how weak that of
Who?
a
We might have.
outside.
I'm not going
In
to
the second
speculate
round where
who.
Levis was, maybe
After Anthony Richardson, there was no other quarterbacks in that draft.
it was
that were worth a
Levis.
damn.
Yeah.
Right.
The
And,
next-
and we saw what's your Levis. We saw
Mhm.
what happened with that.
Wait, wasn't that the same draft as Purdy?
yeah, but he was a 7th round pick.
Yeah, so I mean, technically,
We could
I
have
mean-
taken him 4th. It would have been a better pick. I don't know.
Wait, no.
Hindsight.
Was Purdy 2022 or
I don't think so
He was the same year, but
because he just got an extension. No, he wasn't 2022. I think he was like, 22.
you're the producer. Look it up.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
22.
You're the one with the cookies and stuff. We're doing the work.
Yeah. So as far as like an actual like getting to the quarterback, I think Cam's gonna have people in his face
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I'm not-
Lou Anarumo is showing us that, and we were skeptical
Very.
coming from Cincinnati. Lou Anarumo, like he had Trey Hendrickson who led the lead in sacks.
he was
and-
2022, so he was the year before.
Okay,
So there really wasn't like
There
a
really wasn't.
quarterback.
no,
Oh, that was the same year, right?
Stroud,
This is his third
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That was all
Sorry.
23.
yeah, you normally don't get extensions till your 3rd year.
That was the same year that whole draft was bad. That was the
It's
Kenny
just-
Pickett, Malik Willis, Desmond Ritter year.
that was a bad.
Yeah, there wasn't a
bad
single
draft.
quarterback at that
Yeah.
point.
And that was so in Dynasty, nobody was excited about quarterbacks at all. Quarterbacks actually went, even in Superflex, went extremely late because, and normally in Superflex, quarterbacks are the first ones you take,
Yeah.
no matter what. But nobody was happy about that.
Yeah.
But as far as like getting in Cam Ward's face,
They got to.
I think that's going to be the key for Lou Anarumo, knowing, hey, this is a rookie quarterback. No matter how like good or elusive he may be, he's still a rookie. But that's like the kind of the thing that most defensive coordinators do with rookie quarterbacks.
But
They're
that-
going to make sure they draw stuff up. But Lou's done really well drawing up stuff. for our
See,
guys.
I think he draws up great, like different packages and different, ways he drops people into coverage. But my
Yeah,
biggest issue against
gives a ton of
Denver
looks.
was that he didn't bring any pressure. Like there was, Latu wasn't there, but
he played fundamental defense.
yeah, there was, but Bo Nix had all day. It felt like most of the day, and I think that's something that's really got to change, especially when you have. I would say that Ward's probably a little more athletic than Bo Nix. I'm a lot more worried about him with his feet if they don't keep him in the pocket, keep containment, and then they got to get in his face.
Yeah, I mean, but as far as the pass catchers though, Calvin Ridley and Manor.
Oh, we're not calling him a pass catcher yet.
Okay,
he hasn't caught.
He's a route runner.
Yeah.
He runs.
So you're technically wide receivers.
Ellicott look great. I'll say that.
Do you think it's worth respecting them right now as wide receivers, or do you think they can just one-on-one man them guys? And
well, I think you definitely better respect Ellick, or he's going to tear you up. You better put someone who's physical on him because he's going to go up there and grab that ball.
That's true.
Calvin, the thing is with Calvin is just inconsistency. Yeah, he's dropped 3. I think he dropped 3 week 1 and maybe 1 last week, but he's shown he has that ability to have great games. So, I mean, I think you always got to respect him just because he is a talented guy. Does he have inconsistencies for sure?
Well, Ridley's gotten it done in the past, mainly in Atlanta, but I don't know. I don't know if Ridley is still kind of at that level where you have to respect him, other than just like can be a good wide receiver.
He's a good route runner for sure. He can cut on a dime. He still has all the change of direction. It's just I don't know if it's mental or what, but I mean Tony Pollard's a good, not great running back. He's a workhorse. I really want to see Gunnar Helm get more involved. I know you're high on Gunnar Helm too. I think he's a matchup problem, especially in the red zone.
Dangerous.
So I think that they're slowly getting him more involved. They're looking for ways to get DK the ball too. He's shown in the return game how elusive he is. He's had a 6-yard kickoff return. He took one back on a punt return. They got called back on a penalty that shouldn't have been called. So that's been a weak spot for us too as a return. So it's good to have him out there. Like I said, all these are like a lot of young guys too. So other than Pollard. So that's why I think as Titans fans, you can okay, the future looks bright. Yeah. It's always better if you think you have your guy quarterback. That's the hardest part about any team building.
I think right now the Titans should feel confident in their quarterback selection for now.
Yeah, 2 games in, you don't really know, but
as people who know firsthand what happened to Andrew Luck and how injured he was because of a bad offensive line, like we can tell you firsthand that you have to build that offensive line.
And
I think that's the plan.
That's something that obviously Cincinnati didn't pay any attention to. It's not a pattern that you want to get into. Joe Burrow's been sacked more than Andrew Luck was, and Andrew Luck was the most sacked. You don't want your rookie coming into that kind of a situation, not in year 2. That offensive line is going to be really important to his development.
I agree. And that's what they said. And you can tell they're doing what they can. People can get upset. Oh, Dan Moore, why did they pay him? Like he was, regardless of how good he is, he was the best tackle on the market during free agency on a team that needed another tackle. They spent 2 first-round picks in the last 3 years on offensive line, and Peter Skoronski and Latham, which both have looked like, especially Skoronski. As he's gotten older, he's played so much better. They brought in Lloyd Cushenberry at center. He tore his Achilles, and he's still kind of coming back to get back into form. Yeah. And the old man Kevin Zeitler to fill the hole.
I was really hoping we could have landed Kevin Zeitler.
So they're doing what they can. Unfortunately, Latham won't be playing this week. He went out halfway through the game week 1, so they haven't had real time to mesh. But
So where do you feel your strength is on offense to be able to attack that Colts defense, which now seems to have more fronts and more schemes than the vanilla Gus Bradley system that
there's not going to be a game that goes by where I don't mention how terrible Gus Bradley is.
He was so bad.
There won't be a single game.
Bad. And if anybody was out there watching Colts games while Gus Bradley was a defensive coordinator,
it was tough.
It was very hard. He didn't change anything. He just played plain Jane, like old school defense. And by old school, I mean vanilla. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, do you feel like they're going to be fearing what Lou Anarumo has been able to accomplish with this Colts defense?
I like Lou a lot, actually. And I don't think the Bengals season is fair to him. That team is very lacking in talent.
Yeah.
Other than Trey Hendrickson.
That was the bright spot.
So yeah. I think the biggest for us against that defense is Cam being to pick up with Lou, because Lou is going to throw a lot of different fronts at him, a lot of them like misdirection, trying to confuse him.
Yeah.
But Cam has done well in calling his protections, regardless of the sacks. I think he's, the thing about Cam, he's even keel, calm all the time. Whether he gets sacked, we haven't seen him throw an interception other than college, but his demeanor doesn't change.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he wears his heart on his sleeve.
No, he just keeps,
which is good. Like,
yeah,
and like as a pitcher in baseball, like you want calm, collected. You make a mistake, you don't want that to affect you.
The only emotion you see is at a touchdown.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's
which I'm
that's
all
not very
about
common though.
team.
It's been a rare instance for the Titans, but
once, yeah. But he looked happy.
So I'm thinking this could be a great opportunity for a Gunnar Helm breakout game. Because if they're going to be
trying to call it every week,
eventually you're going to be right.
So I think that with them being in Cam space, that maybe Gunnar Helm could be a quick, because Gunnar Helm did a lot with the ball in his hand at Texas, and his size, his speed combination. I mean, he's dangerous. You're not going to be able to beat him in a jump ball situation if you're some little corner or some small safety. And even his speed is not going to. The outside coverage linebackers are not gonna be able to keep up with Gunnar Helm with all he can do, because that's a full grown man. Like, this is a massive human being.
Yeah, and in a couple of plays he's made, he's looked really good. I think that, like I said, kind of goes into the Cam just taking underneath something and not looking to make the play. Yeah, and so he's made, like, even let's say the pass to Ellick on the sideline where Ellick kind of he phone caught it. It was like perfect spot. He put it there. But Calvin was open underneath. It could have been an easy, you know what I mean? And like a little bit of a harder throw, and he can make those throws. So I love the confidence in yourself, but sometimes you got to think about, hey, let's live to play another down. Let's just get a fresh set of 4 and keep going.
In the NFL, sometimes conservative and safe is better.
Like, I feel like, though, there might be, and I think we talked about this before we went on the air, that there's also like a confidence, I guess, in your receivers, that trust in them. So even though Ridley was open, he's had issues with not catching it. So I wonder if there was also that little bit of distrust in throwing it to
even
Ridley.
like subconsciously, it's got to be there.
Yeah.
You guys remember the entire offseason where Cam Ward was like, Calvin Ridley's the best wide receiver in the NFL?
Oh,
I think Cam is just that kind of teammate.
well, he's not going to say he's dog shit.
Yeah,
I mean, even before he was drafted, when he was doing those like Fortnite streams, and they were like asking him questions on Fortnite when he was streaming, like, hey, who's the best running back? He's like, Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears. Who's the best coach in the NFL? Brian Callahan. And he wasn't even on the Titans yet.
Oh, because he knew.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think everybody knew Cam Ward was going 1-on-1, not an issue.
But who is it?
Isaiah was just hiding in the background.
It's like a ghost in the background. Apparently, his house
another
is haunted.
glitter kitty.
Yeah.
Another glitter kitty.
Glitter
A spine on
running
it.
around all over.
Watch out.
They're just trying to find the litter box.
So as far as like the Colts go, Tyler Warren, he had a little toe injury. He's gonna go. He's a tough dude. And then
Yeah, I think it already came out that he's going to be active.
Right now, I think Ward is still questionable. I don't know if he's cleared protocol, but he fully practiced all week, so I would assume he's going to go. So that's a very much needed boost to the
Yeah, they
secondary.
haven't declared any outs yet.
Yeah, they're just questionable.
But
We had the 2 outs to Sweat, which scares me with Jonathan Taylor because he just eats that middle up.
Yeah.
So I am worried about that.
I think that could be our key to victory.
Oh, Jonathan, it's always the key to victory. Like, the whole blueprint for the Colts is run the damn ball.
You've been saying that.
Run the damn ball. And Steichen, I guess he's listening. Finally has started taking my advice. And it's pretty, like, he's actually running a really good offense right now. Daniel Jones is doing exactly what I've been begging for the last few years, taking what they give. He's throwing the ball well. He's hitting his targets. He's getting the ball to Jonathan Taylor. These receivers are catching it. I mean, they had issues with drops the last couple of years.
Adnan Mitchell's looking
looking good.
Suffered with drops last year.
Yeah. And right now, like Daniel Jones, like I said when the show started, I mean, he's one of the, like, playing like the top quarterback in the NFL up to this point.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor, he's the top back in the NFL right now.
So
Tyler Warren, the top tight end in the NFL.
Yeah.
This Colts team is,
and I think that's because of what Daniel Jones is doing. Now, I don't know if it's Daniel Jones or if this is what he was instructed to do by Shane Steichen or Jim Bob Cooter, which is just like, hey, just take what the defense gives you, which in any format, like that's a great thing to do, especially when your offense has so many weapons like we do.
Yeah.
And like the addition of Tyler Warren is not like overlooked at all. Like to take him where we did. The Bears, thank you, Bears, for taking Colson Loveland because he's not looking that great. But then again, I'm not big on Caleb Williams either, and that's a whole other show. But who do you cover in this? So
I mean, Daniel Jones he's taking his shots, and like we said in the last episode, Tyler Warren is not running these tiny little routes, this underneath, the sit down 3 yard. Like he's running some deep routes, and Daniel Jones is getting him the ball. He's getting the ball to Alec Pierce. He's taking some shots to Adonai Mitchell that probably should have been pass interference. But Surtain gets away with murder, but we already talked about that. But he's getting the ball downfield too, and he's accurate passing downfield too.
Yeah.
Like there's weapons now all over the place, and he's not making mistakes like we've seen old Daniel Jones do. So like he was just piggybacking on his question, like what do the Titans do against what looks like a really stacked Colts offense?
Who do you double?
Like, what do you do?
I think the plan, honestly, this week is to send a lot more pressure.
No.
I mean, we're not our edge probably the worst in the league. I feel great, like it's kind of similar. Like not y'all edges are bad as ours, but similar that our interior is way better than our outside of our D line. But we're missing one of our players. Be like, y'all listen, Grover. No, we still have our Buckner and Jeff Simmons, but we're missing our Grover. A big Grover. Yeah.
So do you think some like maybe stunts and things like that would help with that to be able to kind of trick the offensive line a little bit? I mean, is that?
And I think you're gonna have to go for because y'all have a good offensive line, not at start, but I mean they did run a lot of that in training camp, and I think a lot of it was trying to give Cam as many different looks as possible.
Yeah.
They made training camp as hard as possible on Cam.
Which I mean
they threw the kitchen sink at him.
And it's not like he came from with all these playmakers on the Colts side of the ball. And now this is something we couldn't have said a couple years ago.
No.
But here we are in 2025. We're hands down and above the AFC champ favorites. This is going to be interesting to get that first like AFC South game under our belt.
So I think I actually like our secondary. It's going to have to, like I said, it's all going to be about making Daniel Jones uncomfortable. Because I like Snead, I like Roger McCreary in the slot, I like Jarvis Brownlee. Y'all know my love for Amani Hooker.
Yeah.
Like